shirt says, okay, we're live on YouTube. My shirt says Mimosa Monday, Tequila Tuesday, Whiskey Wednesday. You guys know me, I don't ever drink any of those. I'm totally a wine girl, but here we go. Welcome everyone. We're live now with YouTube. We're gonna make our roll cake and it's going to be pumpkin season, so it has to have pumpkin in it. And I know I brought my pumpkin can out and I don't see where I put it. Welcome to Sarah's Kitchen. If you're new to my YouTube channel, this got inspired with my Instagram channel or Instagram page. I found my pumpkin, I'm coming back. This is a real kitchen, real cooking, live. So if I walk out of the screen, this is not a studio. So people, we're making pumpkin roll, so kind of like a roll log, you know, with cream cheese filling. And we're gonna start that up with beating the eggs, 3 eggs. Oh, honey, give me the whisk for this, please. That one. It's in the dishwasher. Thank you. Right there. No, the other one. So 3 eggs, and then the sugar. 3 eggs and 1 cup of sugar. Happy holidays. I cannot believe, probably on top, my love. I can't believe it's November, around the corner. Holy moly. Crazy how fast this year just disappeared. It just disappeared. Thank you. Bye. All right, so we're gonna put this beautiful machine to good use. You guys know how much I love my blender. And it's not working. Yes, it is working. 1 cup of sugar to 3 eggs. Whee! We're gonna add a pinch of salt. We're just gonna start layering this with all the ingredients in here. And then the dry ingredients go in at the end. Now we're gonna add 2/3 of a cup pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie. We use pumpkin puree, it's different. Pumpkin pie comes sweetened, seasoned. Pumpkin pie is what you pour into your pumpkin pie shell. We use pumpkin puree, or you can cook your own pumpkins, which I have. But don't make a mistake, you're not cooking the pumpkin, the giant jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. Those are too hard, they're too tough to cook and eat. So 2/3 of a cup is about that much. I always eye it. You guys can measure it if you want. And to this, we're gonna add our flour. Okay. And we're gonna add all of our ingredients to the flour as this is blending. Now, the roll cake is really, really quick. The only thing that it has is that you have to know how to bake it and the proper step to roll it right when it comes out of the oven. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys that. That's really the most important part. And always to know when you add your flour, you don't overblend. That is gonna toughen up your batter. So we're gonna put 1/2 teaspoon, and my eyes are just destroyed. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I just pop it in my flour. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And I can't see you guys any better. This is just for reading. My far is perfect. It's my reading. It's just disappearing. 40s has been fabulous. Thank God, no complaints. Anyhow, Pumpkin pie spice is my favorite spice. I use it in everything, 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 everything. I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon because we love pumpkin pie spice. If you don't want to put 1 teaspoon, go ahead and put half. All right, that was 1 teaspoon. Now this is going to go in here and done. You're done, it's that simple. I'm gonna pop it out and I'm gonna kind of mix it just in case I have little chunks. You could also sift this inside. I don't need to. I'm not a sifter. I do if I'm making something really, really, really delicate. That's it. This is our batter, people. How simple was that? Oh, it smells so good. Oh. Voila. Finished. Honestly, that's it. How simple was that? 3 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 2/3 of a cup pumpkin puree, and then your dry ingredients. Look at that beautiful batter. 3/4 of a cup flour. Sometimes I measure my 3/4 by eyeing it, but if you want to figure out a way to do it, is take your 1 cup measurement and your 1/2 cup measurement. Fill up your flour 1/2 cup or whatever it is that you're measuring, trying to get to 3/4 cup. Do a 1/2 cup, pop it in here, this is your dish, and then do 1/2 of a 1/2 cup or a 1/4 cup, and that's your 3/4. I was having this math conversation with my daughter, and she's like, oh, that's so easy. Sometimes you gotta break it down. All right, that's done, voila, right? Now is the step that I'm going to show you guys. This cake is so good in the mornings for breakfast. After school, my kids come in. This is the first thing they do is they come to the kitchen, they walk in through the garage, into the kitchen, and the first thing they look for is on the counter to see my cake dish and see what is in there. What has mom done? And they do follow me on Instagram, so when I'm posting, they get in the car, they're like, Mom, is it still there? Is it finished? Was it for us or is it for somebody? You baked it. They come in and that's the first thing they want is to eat. Have a big cup of milk. Here we go. Just scrape down the bottom, your bowl, and kind of fold it. That's it. I have my parchment paper ready to go. I'm gonna clear this all out because I want to show you guys how this is done. No more flour. Let me check on my cookies because I was just doing these cookies. Ooh, look at them. They're so pretty. I was making thumbprint cookies a second ago on our Instagram live. Parchment paper in the bottom of this, okay? Then what we're gonna do is you may butter it. I'm gonna spray it because I used my soft butter for my cookies. I'll tell you why you want to butter your parchment. You do not wanna take any risks with this roll cake to get stuck. This is such a delicate cake, your log cake, roll cake, and you just pour the batter in the center and let it do its thing. Right? This is so tasty. The aroma, it smells amazing. All those spices married together. Oh, gosh. I went yesterday, I have a couple of those little jars of pumpkin pie spice. I want a big one. Why don't they make a big one? I go through those a lot. I just need to figure out, sit down write down the measurements, kind of like how many teaspoons of what is in each jar. And I gotta start making bigger jars for myself because I really go through that a lot. And those are expensive. That little itty bitty jar that I have is $6. And I really use it a lot. So it makes sense for me to make my own. I'm just gonna pull this out like so for you guys to see, right? We're just gonna pull it out. Ha! Hold your parchment paper down so it doesn't lift up. And it does not have to be perfect. I keep telling you guys, nowadays, cooking and baking has become more rustic. Even restaurants are making their food and or desserts or baked goods more rustic, homemade looking. That's what everybody's looking for. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be even. The edges don't have to be perfect. We are past that. We are totally past that stage. We've evolved and we like it homemade and rustic. Okay, that's it, voila. It's gonna go into the oven at 375 or 350, depending on your oven, about 13 to 15 minutes. You gotta check it out. You gotta keep an eye on it. When it comes out, I'll show you guys because my cookies are gonna be ready. When it comes out, this dish towel, I'm gonna sprinkle it with powdered sugar, and then I'm gonna pop this over the cooked roll, and then we're gonna roll it and let it cool off. Then after about an hour, you unpeel it. You unroll it from here, you unpeel it from the parchment, okay? It's already been rolled and cooled, so you unroll it, you frost it inside. I'm gonna do it with a cream cheese, sorry, I had a knot in my neck. Cream cheese, pumpkin seasoning, very similar to the one I made for the banana pumpkin bread cake. But anyhow, you put the filling in, you roll it back up, you dust the top with sugar, and it's done. It's super simple, so tasty. In the oven, 350 to 375, 13 to 15 minutes, and I'm gonna bring the cookies out and show you guys. My thumbprint cookies. And I do have both ovens going on as we speak. This is gonna be lovely. Lovely. Oh, these are so pretty. Now, it's so interesting. There are my cookies that we just made. Okay, I'm right here. I'm bringing my pumpkin caramel sauce that I made for these thumbprint cookies. Look at these beautiful thumbprint cookies. I did put a big old thumb in there, thumb imprint. Oh, they feel like shortbread cookies. Oh my gosh, these are so good. I did put a big old thumb, but they spread out and the thumb is gone, the indentation. But I want to show you guys, I'm gonna move it off of this because this dish the platter is so hot, and that's a good way to cool it off. Cool off my cookies. All right. Look at this beautiful cookie. Look how soft it is. Look at that. Oh my God. Buttery perfection. Look at that. That's so good. And so, what I would, Coco and Gus are underneath me and they can smell it. They're like, So you put a dollop of your pumpkin or jam or chocolate filling, whatever you want to put in your thumbprint cookies. And you can pipe this out, which is probably easier, but I wanted you guys to see that. Look how soft and tender that is. That's like soft butter cookie. Oh my. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. So darn good. So darn good. I need to bring my cooling rack. Oh my Lord. Sometimes I make so many deliveries to my neighbors' homes. It's just, I like to spread the joy. And now that the holiday season is coming, I promise you guys, everyone will appreciate you offering them homemade cookies, cupcakes, so much more than store-bought. I promise you, that's the truth. Now I'm going to show you a little secret with my caramel sauce. Pumpkin caramel sauce is I'm going to take my bag, my Ziploc bag. I keep walking away because I forget. And you know what? If you guys are watching me, you're used to me going back and forth. Because this is not a studio, it's real life. I take my, whatever it is, if it's cream cheese filling, jam filling, whatever it is you're doing, put it in a Ziploc bag. Kind of go in from underneath, hold it in your hand, close it up, get the air out of there. Oh, I love you guys. My YouTube friends, my Instagram Live is talking to me, so that's what I'm saying to them. Every once in a while, I'll blurt out something. Here it is, right? So you push it all to the corner, right there to that corner. So easy. I have so many piping bags. God honest truth is this is easier. I do it, I toss it, I'm done. I don't have to worry about washing it, finding the tip for it. And here you go, you just pipe it right in the middle. Beautiful. And do any shape you like. You could give it a little tip, or you could not give it a tip and go circular and make it flat. Twirl it around. I like to get nice and wide. If the cookie has gotten wide, because then every bite gets some of that beautiful caramel. This is caramel pumpkin. It's so good. It's basically pumpkin puree, brown sugar, corn syrup, and you let it become caramel. So you cook it down so it becomes thick, and then you add 2 tablespoons of butter, about half a cup of heavy cream, and then just like caramel sauce, and then you let it sit and it'll thicken. It'll thicken substantially, and then you refrigerate it once it's cold. I made this last night. The kids kept going around because it smells so good. They kept tasting it while it was cooking down, burning their finger, burning their tongue, but they don't stop, and I don't stop them. Don't ever stop them from getting in your kitchen, in your business in the kitchen. That's how you feed their passion. If you're paranoid of the kids getting hurt and you paranoid them from coming into the kitchen, you're just gonna block that in them. Of course, warn them, be careful, it's really hot. If it gets on you, you're gonna get hurt. All of that is a given, present parent, but don't scare them from getting into the kitchen. There it is. So simple, so tasty, so beautiful. put this in your cake dish, leave it on the counter just as is. When they come home from school, it's semi-warm, they'll pick it up, they'll love it. And it's good for them. There's nothing processed in there. It's not packaged. It's just butter, sugar, flour, pumpkin. What is there not to like? Indulge your kids, indulge yourself. Don't eat the entire tray. Have one and enjoy it. I love you guys. If you have any questions, DM me. I will post this picture. The recipe is on YouTube. The roll cake will come out. I could actually go check it out as we're chit-chatting. If you guys have to log out, I understand. I'm gonna leave this here, but I have to bring the cake out and show you guys how to roll. And guess what else I do? I reuse the same parchment paper for the same batch of cookies. Okay, I am so anti-wasting and throwing away. So reuse the same parchment paper for the cookies, unless you're doing 2-3 batches. This is what we did before YouTube came. I was making these before the pumpkin roll cake. A little bit of flour in the palm of your hand. This is my thumbprint. The cookies, yes, DM me. Here it is. There's your thumbprint. Now, I know they bake, they expand, and the thumbprint disappears sometimes. That's okay. Don't stress it. Just put it over. No big deal. No one's here grading you. As long as it tastes right, no one's gonna give you a grade, okay? It's not culinary school. You don't have to impress your mentors. This is it. You just have to do it for your friends and loved ones. And I promise you, if it tastes good and it looks kind of pretty, then you're good to go. Thumbprint, go deep with the thumbprint. Chances are it will fall apart anyways. It'll just expand and cook down. Make the little discs into a little ball and then shove your finger right in the middle. Voila. And it doesn't have to be perfect. One end is higher than the other. Whatever. It's a cookie. Right? Here we go. Put a little bit of flour. Hi, everyone. My Instagram buddies are talking to me. We're on YouTube Live. If you want to find this recipe, go on YouTube and watch it, or it's on the beginning of this live also. And I will post it for you guys on Instagram right when I post these cookies, the picture. There it is. I will post it in the comments so you see it. Comment me, talk to me, DM me, whatever you want. I actually prefer the comments to the DMs because when I want to go look for someone's question, I know where to go. When you guys DM me, I go through hundreds of DMs, and sometimes I see you asking for a recipe on Instagram in my DMs, and I'm out, I don't have it handy to give it to you, and then I can't find who you were. On the comments, it's easier, so just always comment me. Much prefer that to DM. If you have to direct message me about something, you know, personal or private, I'm good with that too. I don't mind it. It's just when you're asking for recipes, know that other people are also, and then I can put it on the comments and everyone will get it. All right, so let's check on our pull-out cake, our roll cake. These are the next batch of those cookies. Now, these cookies, my recipe just made this many, okay? Ooh, and I was gonna show you guys. Here's what happens when your oven is too hot and your cookies are too thin. They become really thin and they get burnt golden brown around the edges, as opposed to these that we just cooked. So don't make them too thick. See how the thinner ones become dry? Make them nice and thick. Make your balls have a good kind of width. So when you plump it down, when you tap your finger down, they're nice and thick like that. So this will still taste good. It's just a little burnt around it. Let's go pull out my cake. Stick this in the oven. Put that away and that away. Still not ready. All right, friends, so I'm going to end this live session and then I'm gonna come back when the cake is ready and show you guys how to roll it. I should be back in about 10 minutes. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. On YouTube, it'll say part 1, part 2. And on live, I'll just send you guys another notification that I'm going live. Thank you for watching. Welcome to Sarah's Kitchen.